50%. It's not good for the market.
And negotiations are not going to be easy going forward, but
probably rat poison squared.
When you take a look, you can actually see that gold usually leads these rallies. And
hey, what's up, moneymakers? Welcome back to Be Rich Formulas, where we break down the hottest trends in finance, trading, and investing. I was thinking, what should be better for 2025, investing in stocks or crypto? Today, we're diving into the ultimate showdown for 2025, crypto versus stocks. Which is the better investment? Bitcoin's been smashing records, stocks were riding a bull market, but which one's gonna make you the most money? Stick around for a few minutes as we unpack the risks, rewards, and what's trending right now on social media. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a video. Let's get into it. First, let's set the stage. 2025 is shaping up to be a wild year for investors. On one side, we've got cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's hovering around $105,000 today after hitting an all-time high of $109,000 earlier this year. Ethereum's climbing too, and posts on X are buzzing with bullish predictions saying Bitcoin could hit $150,000 to $185,000 in 2025. The crypto market's total cap is over $2.6 trillion, driven by huge institutional money pouring into Bitcoin ETFs. On the other side, stocks are no slouch. The S&P 500's up over 20% in the past year, and companies like Nvidia and Tesla are still Wall Street darlings. But here's the kicker. Crypto's outpacing stocks lately, with an 8.5% market cap gain since March, while the S&P 500 dropped 5%. So why the hype? Crypto's got that get-rich-quick allure, while stocks are the tried-and-true wealth builder. But which one's better for you? Let's break it down. Let's start with crypto's rewards. The biggest draw, explosive growth potential. Bitcoin's up over 100% in the past year, and analysts like those at VanEck predicted could hit $180,000 by mid-2025. Ethereum's not far behind, with staking and real-world apps driving demand. AI, DeepIn, and RWA tokens are driving serious capital inflows. That's decentralized tech pulling in big money. Then there's the Bitcoin ETF boom. Since the SEC approved spot Bitcoin ETFs in January 2024, funds like BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust have raked in nearly $1 billion in daily purchases. At times makes crypto super accessible. You can buy Bitcoin exposure through your regular brokerage. No crypto wallet needed. Plus, with Trump's pro-crypto policies, like a potential US Bitcoin reserve, the sentiment on X is bullish. Posts are calling 2025 the mainstream era of crypto. So, crypto's rewards? High returns, institutional backing, and a chance to ride the next big wave. But hold up, crypto's not all rainbows and Lambos. The risks are real. First, volatility. Bitcoin dropped 13% from its all-time high in just weeks. Altcoins? Even worse, some are down 60, 80%. Then there's regulation. Trump's pro-crypto vibe is great, but tariff tensions and global trade fears have tanked crypto prices before, like in Q1 2025 when Bitcoin hit a yearly low. Another risk? Speculation. Unlike stocks, crypto's value often hinges on trader sentiment, not cash flow or assets. Legendary investor Warren Buffett calls Bitcoin rat poison squared for a reason. It's a greater fool game where you need someone else to buy at a higher price. And don't forget, hacks or fraud crypto exchanges aren't as regulated as stock markets. So crypto's a high reward play, but you could lose your shirt if you're not careful. Now let's talk stocks. The rewards here are all about stability and consistency. The S&P 500's averaged about 10% annual returns over decades, and 2025's looking solid with strong corporate earnings. Blue chip stocks like Apple or dividend payers like Coca-Cola give you steady growth and passive income. Unlike crypto, stocks are backed by real businesses with revenue, assets, and cash flow. Plus, stocks are super diversified. You can invest in AI, healthcare, energy, you name it. Want low risk? Index funds like the Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, VOO. Spread your money across 500 companies. And with interest rates expected to ease in 2025, stocks could get a boost as borrowing costs drop. Ex-users are hyping up stocks too. Posts mention strong corporate performance, as a reason to stick with equities over crypto's wild swings. Stocks are the slow and steady winner for building long-term wealth. But stocks aren't bulletproof. Market corrections happen. Remember the 2008 crash or the COVID dip? Tariff risks are a big concern in 2025. Trump's trade policies could hit companies like General Motors or Ford, and ex-posts warn of short-term volatility if tensions escalate. Then there's inflation and interest rates. If the Fed slows rate cuts, as some predict, stocks could take a hit as investors flock to safer assets like bonds. And while stocks are less volatile than crypto, individual companies can look at Peloton's fall from grace. Diversification helps, but you're still exposed to market swings. So, stocks are safer than crypto, but they're not a guaranteed win. So what's the vibe on X? Crypto's got a cult-like following. Some users say Bitcoin's struggling to crack $100,000, but the ETF hype is mostly priced in, meaning the big gains might slow. Except today, Bitcoin went over $105,000. Others like ye are all in, predicting $150,000 Bitcoin by year end. The sentiment, optimistic but cautious. Crypto's a roller coaster, and everyone knows it. Stocks, meanwhile, are seen as the boring but reliable choice. Ex-posts highlight the S&P 500's resilience and corporate earnings as reasons to stay invested. But here's the thing. Crypto's polarizing nature makes it clickbait gold. People love debating it, which is why this video is going to blow up. A recent X poll showed 60% of users think crypto will outperform stocks in 2025, but 40% are sticking with equities. The takeaway? Investors are split, and that's why you need to know your risk tolerance. So, crypto or stocks in 2025? It depends on you. If you're young, risk tolerant, and chasing big gains, crypto's your game. A 1-5% portfolio allocation to Bitcoin or Ethereum via ETFs could spice things up. But if you're closer to retirement or want steady growth, stocks are your best bet. Think index funds or dividend stocks for that passive income. Here's a quick comparison. Crypto, high reward, 100% plus returns possible. High risk, 30-80% drops. Volatile, speculative. Stocks, moderate reward, 8-12% annually. Moderate risk, 10-20% corrections. Stable, backed by fundamentals. My advice? Diversify. Put most of your money in stocks for stability, then sprinkle in some crypto for that moonshot potential. Check out BlackRock's iShares Bitcoin Trust, iBit, for easy crypto exposure, or VOO for stocks. Always do your own research and never invest what you can't afford to lose. Read our full disclaimer and consult your financial advisor. And there you have it. Crypto versus stocks for 2025. What's your pick? Drop a comment below. Are you team Bitcoin or team S&P 500? If you love this breakdown, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit that bell for more finance tips. Want me to dive deeper into Bitcoin ETFs or stock picks? Let me know. Follow me on YouTube for market updates, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep stacking that cash, and let's make 2025 our year. Peace out.